Hi, good morning. We've come to the hospital today. We're going to give you an update on all the animals and most of the animals that we have at the hospital right now. So I'm going to be here. Sandra is going to go pick them up and we're going to give you an update one by one. Okay? Sandra, let's bring Richard, okay?
Okay.
Richard first. Richard, man, sweetie, ay! Ven aquí. Ven aquí. Oh. Okay, guys, here is Richard. Since we went to pick him up in Greece, he's been at the hospital. We've done all kinds of tests because his condition is quite complicated to fix. Initially, our vets thought that it was only a matter of tendons. They thought that maybe even with physiotherapy only we'll be able to fix it, but they soon realized that it's more complicated than that. So we're gonna have to realign entirely the leg, not only the wrist but also the curvature of this bone. There will be 2 incisions and there will be a realineation. It's quite complicated. So to do this, we're going to have one of the best trauma surgeons in the country. It's going to come. It's going to be joining our team here, and we're going to make sure that this is done perfectly. It's going to come from Sevilla. In the meantime, well, Richard is doing fine. He's very happy. He loves everybody. He loves every person and every animal he has met, and everyone loves him. We are still in the process of finding a family for him. I've made a few calls, some conversations with some people, but nothing has been decided so far. It's right, it's up in the air. In the end, I guess it's going to depend on how the surgeries goes and how he does at the end. But he's really wonderful. He's a really great doggy, and he's going to be very lucky. I'm sure he's going to have a wonderful home. Okay, so Richard, don't look so scared. He looks scared, but he's not. Richard, you're a shameless. He's a wonderful dog. He's a wonderful dog. He's in love with Sandra. Venga, va, dale un beso a Sandra.
Oh, ¿qué me pasa, mi perro?
So he's doing well. I think the surgery is going to be next week. We're going to put together the team and we're going to go. We're going to start with one of the legs, the right one, and then a couple of weeks later we'll go for the left leg. Let's see how it goes. Okay, Sandra, ¿nos traes Apolo? Bring Apolo. Okay, great. Bye. Apollo, our friend Apollo, also rescued from Greece, like Richard. He's been with us for now 2.5 months, something like this. When we got him, we knew that he didn't only have the problem in the jaw, which is very evident and is very spectacular, but he also had filariasis, which is a parasitical disease. It's a parasite that goes inside the heart and reproduces and eventually kills them. The main priority was to deal with Sandra. Muy bien. Main priority was to deal with the parasite. So we started the treatment, slow treatment, very careful, because if the animals die all of a sudden, then they can block the heart and then he will die. We've been very careful, and all the animals, all the worms are not there anymore. They're all gone, except one. There's one little worm inside his heart that are still there, but that's not going to be a problem for the surgery. Again, this is a surgery that is extremely complex. We've been looking at different techniques. Some of them involve 3D printing. There are others that are only about putting a plate and then using the soft tissue that he already has. You will get to understand more as it happens, but we're basically coming to the point where surgery date is about to be set. Probably will happen next week together with Richard's. we're bringing an amazing surgeon that is going to help us coordinate all of this. This is this is one of these cases that is so complex that we recognize that our team here alone could do with a bit of extra help. So we're going to do just that. In the meantime, Apollo, well, he's happy, he feels no pain, I assure you, and he's looking forward to the day when he's going to be able to run free with a normal jaw. He's very happy. And again, another one that loves Sandra. Here, some shots with Sandra. Take him.
Apolo. Bonito. ¿Eh?
You know, sometimes people say, oh, you know, there's always so many shots of Sandra with the animals. Why so many shots of Sandra with the animals? Well, why not? Would you rather see shots of the animals with me? No, she's much better looking than me, so. So he's gonna be really happy, and by the way, we have to cut his nails. So Sandra is gonna do it now. Give us a hand, come on. Yo te lo aguanto. A ver. But he's gonna be okay, I promise you. He's gonna be okay. Apollo is also looking for a home. He has several people that want him, but we haven't taken a decision yet because, you know, many of you are in the States, and we have to make sure that the surgery goes well, and that he's not gonna need extra care after that. So, but you know, if any of you wants to adopt him, please write to me. My email address is again here. And we'll decide when the time comes. Surgery will hopefully take place next week. Bueno, vamos. Apolito. So here is Rio. Now, Rio's doing great. Remember, he had a broken leg with an open wound. It was a real mess. We operated him, and we had to wait for a few weeks. Actually, it's been nearly 2 months until the bone set. Because of the kind of injury he had, and because the injury was open and exposed and infected, we knew this was going to take longer than expected. And still, the process of healing is not complete. He hasn't been given the medical release. But he's doing so much better. Now he looks scared and miserable and sad, but I tell you, this dog is such a naughty little guy. And he's been adopted. He's been adopted in Germany. There's a beautiful family waiting for him, and they're waiting for news. So guys, here is Rio. He's doing great. He's stepping, he's walking, but we're gonna give him some time until the bone is completely set and solidified. But anyway, look, here's Rio. ¿Lo enseñas? Let's show him walking so that people can see. Put him on the floor, sí. Muy bien, muy bien, muy bien. Ale, mira, madre mía, tío, venga, vete a ponerse, madre mía, qué tío. So this is what we do between video and videotape. You know, sometimes they take peace here at the hospital, so you know, we clean it best we can, which is nice. And guys, here is Luna. She's our most recent rescue, and you know, so far the one that is making people react, because her condition is just what I'm gonna show you right now. Have a look at this. This is a beautiful hunting dog that was run over, dragged on the road, and she has lost most of the flesh and most of the soft tissue of the lower jaw. When we saw the first pictures, we actually thought that she had lost all the bone as well. When she arrived to the hospital, we realized she had been, in fact, really lucky, because although most of the soft tissue is gone, you can see here, yeah, the bone is there, and that makes a whole of a difference. Now we can cure this, we can treat this daily, and little by little she will start developing soft tissue again. The challenge here is to control infection, to ward off infection, to make sure there is no sepsis, and just little by little help her recover, and help her recover strength and confidence and trust in humans, and that's the thing. Now I want to show you something, because in the video that we made she looks so big. I mean, obviously I'm focusing on the face, and so she looks like a very big dog. She's tiny. Look at this. She's a little tiny baby. Like this. She must be what? 6, 7 kilos? 8 kilos? It's a tiny baby. And it's incredible, because these are amazing animals, and these grace hunters, they treat them like if they were things. So Duna is super sweet, and we are currently talking to some families both in Spain and outside Spain, and we will decide which one is the best option for her. Her condition remains complicated. Anything can happen now. With the bone is all exposed, the tongue is there hanging, but so far she's eating and she's okay. She's okay. She's the one that needs more help at the moment. So just look at her face, and if any of you wants to help, just please do. I want to emphasize that all the animals that you see at the hospital, and it's not a case-by-case scenario. I mean, we have a whole lot of animals constantly at the hospital, and they're all receiving the same care, while they are not all receiving the same help. So it's very important that we get your support, otherwise nothing really works. Cases like this are unfortunately very common in this country, and people don't really care. But little by little we are changing things. We are developing an amazing community, and where people are starting to think that these things happen far more often. 10 years ago she would have died by the side of the road, and now she's here in the best hospital in the country, receiving the best care. She's wonderful. She's wonderful. So, yeah, this is what we got. This is Duna.
Madre mía, eso parece un nudo de marinera.
Okay, and here is my baby Cora. You remember her? We got her a few weeks ago from a terrible place. We had to actually enter the place illegally. To get her. She was completely abandoned, and she had these terrible mammary tumors growing all over her place. It was really terrible. We operated her. It was a very extreme surgery, and she's doing really well. She's doing really well. She's super calm. She's very grateful. There is a little problem here in one of her eyes. There's a little tumor. We have decided not to take the eye out and not to do a biopsy, because Anyway, doesn't matter, but she can see, and we don't really want her to go through more surgeries. She's doing well. Because of her condition, we had decided not to give her an adoption. She's probably gonna stay with me, with my doggies. Wonderful. She's super sweet. She remains at the hospital because she's not completely healed. There are a few things that still need a little bit of, but and she's wearing these socks so she doesn't scratch herself. But yeah, here's Cora. Corita, te vas a casa pronto.
Oye, chica guapa. Pero qué guapa.
So guys, this has been an update on some of the animals that we currently have at the hospital. We have 2 cats and we have Angel, and Angel will be operated next week. You will hear about him very soon. But so far, this is the condition in which the animals that we have right now are doing. They're doing really well. Some of them are in treatment, some of them are still in intensive care, but they are all receiving the absolute best medical care. And this is what defines this organization. We fight till the end. We don't give up, ever. I don't know anyone that does the work that we do. If any of you has been following us for quite some time, maybe for years, thank you for being here. Thanks for sharing these videos, for clicking on like, for commenting, and thank you for joining us. Please consider joining us as a sponsor. We need you. Please, if you can, join us as a sponsor on Patreon, or click below, there's a PayPal link where you can donate directly to the treatments of our animals. Thanks a lot for being here. See you next week.